the 26. So we now know the 36 clubs that will make up the 2025-2026 Europa Conference League. But where on earth will they finish in the league? That's right. We're going to predict each and every one of the games. I'm going to come at you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at the Conference League. I'm going to give you my early door league predictions, just who I think will finish in the top 8, who I think have got a bit more work to do, who are also, I think, will be going home. We're going to get into all of that and much more in a second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe. You're subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, Conference League, World Football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski. That's right. It's a stacked competition from countries all over Europe, but just who will finish in the illustrious 8 to continue their journey. But we'll get into all that in a minute. Big shout out to the members of the Patreons. You know who you are, but let's jump into it and have a look at this. That's right. It is the Conference League, and we are joined by 36 clubs. But who are they? Well, I'm going to hopefully tell you who they are. I'm going to test my badge knowledge. I'm pretty good, but it's going to test me all the way. So here we go. Hang on a minute, just getting gear up. So kick it all off. It's not in any particular order whatsoever. We have Fiorentina, we have AZ Alkmaar, we've got Shakhtar Donetsk, Slovan Bratislava, Rapid Vienna, Legia Warsaw, Slavia Prague, we have Dynamo Kiev, Crystal Palace, Lech Poznan, Rayo Vallecano, Shamrock Rovers, Olympiacos, scrap that, Panathinaikos, Mainz, Strasbourg, we have Jagiellonian Blausticht, we have Solige, we have Rijeka over there, we have Sporting Club Mostar, we have the Lincoln Red Imps, Kops coming at you, AEK Athens, Aberdeen, Drita, Bredibic, Sigma Olympic, we have Lausanne-Sport, Raka Kruškau, AEK, Larnaca down there, Cicada down there, also Hacken, Lausanne-Sport, the University Krakova, Hamrun Spartans, Noah Yerevan, and Shelbourne. And I'm going to give myself a pat on the back because I was hoping to have some notes, but I didn't have any notes. So that was a little bit rusty on the old Slavia Prague, Sparta Prague one. Still don't know which one it is. I'm having a quick look at some notes now, and it is whoever the heck it is. I will find out in just a second. So what I've done is there is a cool website out there that has a calculator. So I thought I'd run through all the results and see just who I think will finish tip at the top of the table and who I think will be finished and bottom. And I'll showcase you the table that I've got for you. We're going to do a reverse order, a bit of a tease. I like to do a bit of a tease. And then, of course, I'll go through the odds of who is actually favoured to win the Conference League. Moving on. So we have our 36 clubs from around Europe, some big boys, some surprises. But who, of course, will actually qualify in those final 8 positions. So let's hop on over and where am I going to be? I'm going to be right about here. So here we go. These are the teams that are not going to make it. They're at the bottom of the pile here. So a lot of work for them to do to prove me wrong. So coming at you right here, right now. And we have bottom of the pile, Hamrun Spartans. They're coming at you out of Malta. Lincoln Red Imps just getting a couple of points. Cups as well with just 2 points. Aberdeen, maybe a bit of a surprise down there in 33rd place. Hacken, not too great either with 4 points. But you've got to realise some of these big boys are, they're of course elite, especially in this competition. BK Hacken might be a bit underwhelmed, a bit harsh on those guys. KF Cicada definitely going to be down there towards the bottom end here. Drita Giljan also just the 5 points. AEK Larnaca with 5 points. Solige 5 points. Bredibic out of Iceland with the 6. A little bit hard done by, you would imagine, here for these guys. Shelbourne as well. Just the 6 points. And Rakau Kraskovia, of course. So, yeah, I did run through them all one by one, the results, of course, with the calculator. I could show you the extended count, the points here, but realistically, I'm not going to do that. It's just it takes up too much of the screen. But any major surprises in that, you would imagine? Well, I'm looking at it right now. Maybe I'm a little bit hard on a BK Hacken. I think they might be a little bit better than I've given them credit for. Aberdeen as well. But realistically, it's the rub of the green. I'm going with my gut instinct on these calls here. I have no favourite in this competition whatsoever. I have no, team that I'm rooting for whatsoever. Hibs were it, but they got knocked out. But yeah, this is the bottom end of the tail. These guys are eliminated in my eyes once, of course, we're done with the league. And remember, the Conference League is a little bit weirder than the other 2 leagues because there's only 6 matches here. So you've got to really get your wins in, especially at home. But yes, that's the bottom end. So we'll move on to the middle of the pack here, and of course take a little look at who I think will have some work to do. So if you finish at the bottom end of this graphic, you're going to be in the playoff. You're going to have to do a little bit more work than maybe I got that wrong actually. I think you both are in it, both in the playoffs. I think the top end have home advantage or something along those lines. basically you'd rather be at the top end than the bottom end here. So here we go. Kicking off, and bish bash bosh. Shamrock Rovers squeak in there with 6 points. Goal difference massive, of course. So they squeak in. There were other teams there on 6 points. So of course you might look at those. If you are one of those fans that are on 6 points there, you might just get in there with a bit of a goal swing. I've got Rijeka coming in there with 7 points. So it looks like 9 is a good bracket of safety. Then realistically, anything below that, you're going to be looking over your shoulder here. So Henrik Rijeka with 7 points. Rizky Mosta also with 7 points. Zigma Olomecic get themselves 8. University Craiova coming at you out of Romania there with 8 points as well. I mean, Nicosia been doing all right so far in the Europe. They've just been non-stop going in the old European competition. They're in there with 8. Legia Warsaw and Jagiellonia Blaszczych out of Poland, 2 representatives there, both 18th and 17th in the group. So we'll look at 2, 4, 6, 8. So Jagiellonia Blaszczych, this is the bottom end here. So both these 2 Polish teams would finish bottom of this middle part of the old table there, which means they have got a bit more, they got a bit more trickier passage to go through. Let me have a quick look at what that actually means. So they get advanced to the playoffs unseeded, whereas the top end here will go through to the playoffs as seeded. They'll have a bit more of an advantage. But anyway, that the fine line is 9th. I think gets you into that top end here. And we've got the likes of Rapid Vienna just getting into that top end. Lausanne-Sport out of Switzerland. Surprise. FC Noah doing all right into 14th. So their journey will at least continue a little bit. Dynamo Kiev into 13th place there for me. Fiorentina will be in 12th. AEK Athens and Lausanne-Sport and Mainz. So Mainz just miss out on 11 points. Now, if you are a fan of a club in this competition, you don't see them on the graphic, or if you've not seen them yet, guess what? We've got some good news for you, as I'll showcase you where I think you will finish in the top end. But maybe a quick review of this before we take a deep dive into that. Mainz, of course, Bundesliga team just outside the top 8. Lausanne-Sport, the Superliga in Turkey, again a little short there. AEK Athens out of Greece, also not too. Fiorentina, one of my favourites actually to lift the trophy at the end of it. Not the greatest run-in for me on this one. And again, the teams that you're not seeing are there. They're in the top 8. Any other surprises? Rapid Vienna, maybe? I don't know. They've been a bit lucky to be in the FC. No, Dynamo Kiev as well. Yeah, some. I think I'm pretty good. This Fiorentina one is a surprise. But let's move on forward, and then let's take a look at the top 8, who I think will secure passage to the round of 16 as a seeded team. Basically, they will play the winners of the playoffs, but they'll have a bit of an advantage being a seeded club. So here we go. Here are the 8, and it all comes pretty much at once. So here we go. Crystal Palace just squeak in there in 11th for me. Lech Poznan get 7th place with 13 points. Strasbourg also on 13 points. Sparta Prague there in 5th with 13 points. Rayo Vallecano also from La Liga, 13 points. So 13 points gets you there, it does look like. AZ Alkmaar, 3rd place, 40. I got Slovan Bratislava in 2nd, and Shakhtar Donetsk, top bins here in my Europa Conference League prediction. So that means they will go through as seeded. Now, that's my take. It's, of course, a harsh take, bit out there. What does the bookies think? Well, I'm going to tell you what the bookies think right here, right now. So I have Shakhtar Donetsk all the way up there. Should I just do it in reverse order? Should we do it in reverse order? So the bookies, as we can see, they have Lincoln Red Imps as incomplete underdogs. Hammer and Spartans not too far away. Shelbourne got no chance as well. KF Dritter, no chance. Noah, well out of their cups. We're going reverse order here. So Shakeda, Bredovic, Shrinsky Mostar, Salij. Then we get to Aberdeen there into the mid-pack. There, Shamrock Rovers a little bit better off. HAK Rijeka, Larnaca then, and Slovan Bratislava. They're down there, maybe midway in the pack. And I've got them 2nd. Absolutely ludicrous, perhaps, or maybe not. Lausanne-Sport, again, I just went with the score lines, Slovan Bratislava, slouches. Moving on, Lausanne-Sport up there, then Sigma Olomouc, Omnia Nicosia. That's about a halfway mark. Then, of course, we go to the top end here. These are probably the top 16 or top 18 here. They got Hacken. When the heck have I put Hacken here? Put them well down there, didn't I? Put them well down there. Then we've got Krakowa, Rakow out of Poland there, Blaszczych, Leszno Poznan. All the Polish teams seem to be about there. There's actually 4 in a row here. 5 in a row. Well, 4 in a row, actually. And then, of course, Sparta Prague, Lausanne-Sport they have. Again, I have them a little bit outside. Rapid Vienna also outside the top 8. and AEK Athens in 9th spot. Their top 8 goes Dynamo Kiev, not in my top 8. AZ Alkmaar are in my top 8. Mainz just shy of it. Shakhtar Donetsk are up there about 5th. They've got Rayo Vallecano in there. Yep, we've got Strasbourg in 3rd. I have them in 6th. Fiorentina just outside. Crystal Palace they have as favourites. I think that's a little bit twisted. Maybe those odds are from a English chain there. So I don't know. I'm pretty confident with this. I think they did okay. And we'll be covering the games, each and every one of them right here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe. Make it your hub for, of course, Europa Conference League. We've got one of these for all the competition. Make sure you check out the Europa League and, of course, the Champions League. But anyway, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you soon whenever I return. But until then, we're done.